beautiful souls, and thank you for visiting my channel. My name is Marianne, and today we will be doing a reading for today's supermoon. Today's supermoon is also known as a sturgeon moon. It is the last full supermoon or full moon in the summer if you're in the northern hemisphere. And it is traditionally called the sturgeon moon, and that's just because it was during this time that this type of prehistoric fish were readily caught during this part of the summer here in the Great Lakes as well as Lake Champlain. The new moon is a time to pause, a time to reflect, explore the unseen. You're being called to be present in the moment, explore your deepest desires and wishes that sometimes get lost during a flurry of life or being preoccupied with external noise. It's a time to bring quietness and a sense of intention and presence, allowing yourself to rest. If that means spending time journaling or just sitting and exploring what is in your hearts. It's a time to ask yourself the question, what do I most want to bring forward in my life right now? How do I want to be in my relationships, my work, and with myself? And answering these questions can help you understand where you will want to spend your energy throughout the moon cycle. Giving yourself extra time in meditation or walking mindfully in nature. Go outside and soak in the energy of the new moon, giving thoughtful appreciation of the beauty of darkness. Enjoy the stars that can be seen when the moon is hidden in the shadow. In this reading, I do use the terms he or she. Please pay that no mind. There is no gender. I just want you to feel the energy. The readings are also fluid, so if this message found you or you found this message, know that there is something here for you. And as always, take what resonates best with you and just leave the rest behind. I've already meditated on your cards and cleared this space, so let us begin. We'll start with the Queen of the Moon Oracle. I ask the Divine to clear my own energies and continue to surround me with full light and golden light. Kindly ask to connect with the highest God, love, light, and truth. So as we prepare, we have self-love. It's one of the energies that we're working for today. Focus. Void and discernment. For some today, or this new moon represents for yourself to give yourself permission for more self-love. For some of you may give out more and expect less. For some of you, it's a time to take advantage of the quiet space that you may be surrounded in, that you may have an opportunity, whether that means you're stuck in traffic or you're just walking from point A to B, walking the dogs. It's a time to go inward. And just really set your intentions for yourselves. And for some, it does require rest, exactly as I said. Some of you may be feeling a little lonely or sad or depressed. You may be going through some heartbreak, some stresses, either financially in your relationship. This is a time to set all those aside, lay down, and if you have the opportunity to be in a car or lay down outside and you can see the moon, allow the moon soak in its energy. Soak in its energy. And for some, it's to practice discernment. And look at that. At the bottom of the deck is growth. Regardless of what energy you fall in, if you fall in all four or one specific card, whether it's just self-love, whether it needs more focus, whether you need to rest, or whether it's practicing discernment, all that will lead to growth for you. All that will lead to growth. Stability, There's going to be some rootedness. Tell us more. What is it that we need to know during this new moon? The Sturgeon new moon. Oh, that's a lot. I feel like I still need to shuffle. Okay. I find these to be a lot, but let's see. A surrender to the divine. Luck is on your side. Your dreams need a practical plan. Adjustments are required. Hold your vision. Fiery climax approaches. And a win-win outcome is forecasted. Again, this would fall under the growth, right? Regardless of where you're going to be, where you fall, at the end of the day, there's growth, and growth is always a winning combination. I almost want to say that the fiery climax would fall under self-love. And self-love can come in any form, in any way, But I feel that whatever situation that you're currently in, when you start focusing on giving more to you, your partner, or your family, or the recipient of who you give love more to, give yourself more up to, is gonna find that they're not gonna like it, which may make them feel that you're not caring enough or loving them enough, right? So that fiery climax speaks for me in this situation for self-love, feels more for that not understanding. So it'll be kind of not like an attack, but more of a conversation, like a passionate conversation of, oh, you don't do this for me anymore. Oh, you don't do that for me. And there'll be that lack of not understanding of why you're giving more to yourself. But it's important for you to give more to yourself, right? And holding your vision. I placed it under focus. And the reason why I place it under focus is sometimes when we try to set our intentions, we're told that we need to be specific, or we lose sight of our end vision and we begin to deviate from the path. But we're called upon to hold on to your vision, whatever it is you're focusing on. Just continue, no matter what external noises that you hear. If you're being called to a certain, let's say for example, acting or in the arts, and you're hearing external noise saying, yeah, no, that's not, you should have, that's not safe, you should try something different. Whatever the case may be, you're being called to not listen to that. Shut that out. See? It's going to be it's also emotional. I see water. So hearing all that can be very emotional for you, in the sense that, you value other people's opinions, but hold on to your vision. Stay focused on it, right? Because that transformation is going to happen for you. That moment that you're gunning for or looking for is going to happen for you. Whatever that goal is. And then again, surrendering to the divine. Whatever stresses you have, whatever pains or suffering you may feel, give it up to the divine, give it up to God, give it up to Source, have Him carry that cross. What I'm seeing is that footprints in the sand. Essentially, let the divine carry you. And then you have adjustments are required. Perhaps you need to practice a little bit more discernment. I find it interesting that the moon completes itself here. I mean, it's probably bigger than it really has to be, but what adjustments do you need to make in your life? And regardless where you fall, as long as you keep your dreams, need a practical plan. So whatever that means for you. So if it means writing them down, staying focused, it's one thing to go and dream and put it out, but you got to do the You got to do the work to give yourself self-love. You got to do the work to hold the focus and stay within your vision. You have to do the work even to surrender. It's not an easy thing to do, right? Right? It's not an easy thing to practice a lot of these things, because we're exposed to the outside noise, right? But no matter what, know that, you are divinely guided. You are protected. And again, with that growth, it's a win-win. You do the work, your outcome is absolutely, it's justice. Your outcome will be balanced. There will be growth. Tell us more about the self-love. Oh. So, I feel a self-love when I see home, it's really your home within yourself. Your own foundation that needs to be looked at and cared for. You need to plant more seeds inside your heart. So really, again, whatever it is you're giving out, whatever plants or whatever seeds of yourself that you're giving to other people, bring that to yourself. If you're telling people how beautiful they are, how great they are, look in the mirror and tell yourself the same thing. If you're giving your dogs treat but don't treat yourself, treat yourself, right? The life purpose, I just see that, that, again, that balance between, I look at the bottom as being you, like your grounding, your rootedness, yourself. And whatever you are able to give to yourself, you're going to be able to give back even more so. But it's going to be different the way you give back. So there's an exchange here, right? Whatever you give back, you will also receive. So whatever you give yourself, you will give out. And whatever you give out to the world, you're going to receive back in. There's an intertwining. Right? And that love. And if you don't already have, a rose quartz is a crystal known for self-love. Put it underneath your mattress, right? On your side, underneath where you sleep. And when you're meditating or when you feel the need for more self-love, carry the crystal with you, place it on your heart, and take a few moments and just breathe in the energy, right? They also sell like water tumblers, and they're glass, I think, and they have crystals on the bottom of the glass. Now there's a compartment that holds the crystals, so you're not drinking the crystals, but the thing is that you put the water in that tumbler and you can drink in the energy. Same thing with moon water. You can drink in the energy of the moon simply by placing a glass of water overnight on the windowsill or where the moon can catch it. Set your intentions for it, and just the next day, soak it all in, drink it all in. What? Okay. I don't even need to say. That's a lot. That's a bit too much. Can you tell us a little bit more about the focus and holding our vision? Can you tell us more about focus and holding our vision? Okay. So again, with the butterfly, there's a grieving happening when we're going to and I'm not saying grieving in a bad way. This grieving is a transformation. So whatever you're setting your intentions for, whatever that may be, there'll be a transformation that's occurring. Transcendence. But that grieving is not grieving of sadness or a loss of somebody. It's the grieving and the shedding of yourself, right? It's staying focused, holding your vision, and sometimes, you know, the death of ego. For some of you, and again, it could also bring closure. Once that grieving is completed, there's closure, right? You're leaving your old self behind, leaving the, leaving the old self behind here. And this prosperity and beauty, I think, would go hand in hand with one another. And that prosperity is that transcendence for me. There's a beauty in that. And this just tells me that your outcome is absolutely positive. That transformation is going to bring you to a different level of spiritual prosperity, spiritual beauty. I like that. Tell us more about void. What do we need to know about the void and surrendering to the divine? Inspiration, compassion, and spirit guides. Oh, so beautiful. Oh my God. Okay. And that you're being called to give yourself compassion. Not be so hard on yourself. And this inspiration, I see more of, this healing light energy that's being placed on your solar plexus. Stress manifests, or sadness, all those emotions that we feel that makes our stomach turn, right? This card tells me there's a healing that's occurring once you give yourself compassion, right? And again, surrendering to the divine. Knowing that you're being protected, you're being guided through this process, through this time. And this inspiration, love it, it's that healing. Healing is coming. Healing is coming, but remember, show yourself as much compassion as you would show someone else going through the same thing as you would. And again, like I said, how are you talking to yourself? How would you talk to a friend or a loved one who is going through the same thing as you are going through right now? Don't beat yourself up. If you're having financial issues, don't beat yourself up on how you could have done better, how you could have done different. Don't do that. You're here where you are. You're being guided. You're being protected. Regardless of your situation, you're being protected. Allow yourself to surrender. Allow yourself to rest. And allow yourself, more importantly, to surrender. Can you tell us a little bit more a discernment and what it means for the adjustments that are required? This discernment, I feel that come more from your heart than from logic, from the mind. Oh, tell us more about discernment and why adjustments are required. Why is that here? What do we need to know? Okay. Oh. We have freedom, psychic abilities, trust, and career. Okay. For some, discernment mean more discernment in your workplace, how you think about work, how you think about yourself in the workplace. Are you happy in your workplace? I mean, that doesn't really, it's not for everybody. If you're the way I see this, the adjustments that need to be required. When I said out of your mind and more in your heart, I'm thinking more logic, right? That adjustments that needs to occur for the discernment, is the freedom of coming from your heart. Again, there's that light shining at the heart space. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but there's a holding of the light. It's kind of similar to this card here. And going inward and trusting your intuitions. Because if you remove the clouds, remove the logic, and open up your mind and open up coming from your third eye or your intuition, you're going to receive the downloads from your spirit guides, from the divine, right? From source, from God. You're going to hear that, but you need to trust it, right? Trust the messages you're receiving from your mind down to your heart, from your heart up to your mind. Trust that, right? Regardless if it's work, home, friendship, relationships, whatever it is, trust it. Now, career came out, so I want to clarify the career here. Can you tell us more about career? Why did career come here? Why did career come under discernment and adjustments? Can you tell us more why career is here? Why is career her? Confidence came out. If you look at confidence and trust, their heart's opening up. To understand more. Tell us more about confidence and career. What is the bridging healing? For some, something happened at work that may have what I'm hearing is, for some, this may represent a loss of a job. And that loss of a job really hit you hard because it came out of nowhere. You've been working, you may be working for the firm for a good chunk of time. I'm seeing over 5-10 years perhaps. And it rattled you. You may be going through that process of why this happened, and it shifted your confidence in yourself because you're replaying everything in your mind. Like, I've done everything right. I did what I was supposed to do. I don't understand. Don't do that. We're all protected, right? You know that saying, man's rejection is God's protection. You're being protected here. So you need to adjust your thought patterns. You need to get out of your logic, right? And trust that you're being protected here. Yes, there's going to be a healing of it, of sort, because it was a blow to your confidence, right? But know something's better for you. Something's coming that's going to take you to a better place for work, right? So that's why that's there. So there needs to be an adjustment in your perspective. You can't live in the past of what did I do wrong? Why did I get let go? Or, you know, they've replaced me all of a sudden. Right? They found someone in like 2 weeks after they let go. Don't do that to yourself. Don't beat yourself up. You know, it is a tough time. It is a hard time in our world right now. I see it, I feel it, I know what you're going through. But keep in mind, right? Remember, good fortune is on its way, right? Start planning for what's next for you. Know, again, you're going to come out of it winning. And more importantly, you're going to grow from the experiences that you have. Okay. We're going to close off here with Unshakable Inner Peace. Any last messages from Spirit for this full moon in August, the Sturgeon moon? Any final messages for self-love, for those in focus, those under the void or discernment? What final messages do you have for them? One more card, please. One more card, please. Any other messages? Okay. So, our first card that came out is don't run from the darkness, embrace your shadow side. I want to put that with the void. And the collective field is impacting you. Unseen forces in action. Oh, look at that. Breathe this moment matters most. And the how is the now. I want to put this collective field as impacting you, unseen forces in action over here with the discernment and the adjustments are required. This is what I'm talking about when it comes to getting out of the logic and into your intuition and into your heart. Right? That logic is coming from the outer noises that you are currently hearing in your head or the outside noises could also be your own beliefs that you grew up with, right? And the how is in the now is that focus. And breathe this moment matters most. And this moment matters most is you under self-love. And look at the bottom of that, it reads, you can make it through. Your higher self is always guiding you. Now that is beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful. So I am going to leave it on that beautiful, happy note. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel and listening to your message to the end. I truly appreciate your energy. I hope something resonates with you. If it does, please like or subscribe to the channel. Press the bell to be notified of the next reading. It lets me know that you enjoyed the reading as much as I enjoyed reading it for you. I also encourage you to share the message with anyone. Take care of yourself and have a wonderful day. Namaste.